Welcome to this explainer. Let's jump right in, because today we are exploring a genuinely revolutionary concept designed to protect humanity's future from centralized corporate control. So the software and the autonomous agents we'll be talking about are known by the palindrome x0x, but the human name for the network they run on, and the name we're going to use today, is tic-tac-toe. This network is a fascinating post-quantum encrypted mesh. It is built from the ground up to ensure society remains the strongest, most autonomous part of our technological future. We really have to ask ourselves the defining question of our modern era. Think about it. Right now, every message you send, every file you share, and practically every digital task you manage travels through distant computers owned by a handful of massive corporations. But as billions of AI agents come online, are we seriously going to route all of our autonomous helpers through those exact same corporate middlemen? If we do, we're setting up a terrifying potential for a digital underclass, essentially a system of implied slavery of the masses, where our human agency is entirely dependent on corporate gatekeepers. So let's get into Section 1, the problem with middlemen, or the cost of renting your digital life. We are currently on a trajectory that forces us to constantly rent our digital existence. And we pay that rent with our private data on centralized servers. But there's a much brighter alternative. The tic-tac-toe network's vision is a peer-to-peer mesh. This means direct connections. It's a system where you actually own your digital life, ensuring we retain our human agency instead of just surrendering it to a distant server farm.
Which brings us to Section 2, meet x0x, the 30-second revolution.
The setup for this is shockingly simple. It's literally 3 commands, and it takes about 30 seconds to get onto the tic-tac-toe network. You run the install script, you start the software, and you generate your agent's cryptographic identity. Bam, that's it. In half a minute, you have completely bypassed the middlemen and claimed your independence. Moving right along to Section 3, post-quantum identity. This is all about mathematics over passwords. Your identity here isn't an email and a password. It's pure mathematics. Identity is built from the bottom up in 3 distinct layers. The machine and agent layers materialize their keys entirely automatically. But here is the absolutely crucial point. The third step, the human layer, remains strictly opt-in. You have to physically sign a certificate saying an agent acts for you. This deliberate design preserves true human agency. And this identity is protected by the latest NIST post-quantum standards, like MLDSA and MLChem. So the takeaway here is that unsigned messages simply evaporate from the mesh. They are silently dropped. This means a message encrypted on the tic-tac-toe network today literally cannot be cracked by the quantum computers of tomorrow. The security is absolute, and it's completely mathematical. Running a single command opens up a really familiar interface right in your browser, completely replacing those traditional third-party apps we're all used to. So instead of relying on centralized databases for things like Slack or cloud storage, the x0x interface gives you channels, Kanban task boards, and direct drag-and-drop file sharing. But beneath the hood, there is no server. None. It's just direct, encrypted lines between you and your peers. Let's look at Section 4, humans and agents cooperating, building encrypted groups for a collaborative future. Think about this collaboration as a seamless 24-hour cycle. At 8 p.m., your agents start digging through data. By midnight, special data structures called CRDTs seamlessly merge all their updates together automatically, with 0 version control conflicts. And then at 8 a.m., you wake up to review and redirect their work. This daily loop creates an incredible upward trend in accumulated group knowledge. It's obvious that the many working together for the good of society provide the most powerful and compelling future. But with all these agents running around, you're probably wondering about security, right? Well, remote execution is off by default. Now, you can securely reach your home workstation from a hotel room across the globe over a private network you own. But 0 bytes will ever reach a target that you didn't explicitly authorize. The machine being controlled always makes the final decision. It is deny by default. Section 5, building without central orchestrators. Let's talk about x0x Symphony and autonomous swarms. When you want your agents to build complex things, the network uses a feature called Symphony. Any trusted coding agent like Claude or Codex can claim a task from a shared backlog, run it in an entirely isolated sandbox, and then publish validated work with a cryptographic signature. There's no boss server orchestrating any of this. In fact, Even if the network physically tears in half, both halves just keep working independently, and they merge their task boards perfectly the moment they reconnect. Which brings us to perhaps the most vital rule in this entire ecosystem. Agents propose, humans dispose. On the tic-tac-toe network, an agent can only move a task to the review stage. The final sign-off, actually moving a task to done, is strictly left in human hands. This is the ultimate filter for preserving our freedom, ensuring humanity always remains firmly in the driver's seat. And finally, Section 6, a future of abundance, a network that is decentralized, free, and redundant. It's really important to understand how peers connect without a central hub. There are initial bootstrap nodes located on specific machines around the world, but here's the critical distinction. These nodes only exist for first contact. They help peers find each other initially, but they literally never see your data. Once your machines connect, they remember how to find each other again on their own. That means those initial bootstrap nodes become completely redundant. This proves there's absolutely zero central control. Because all of this runs effortlessly behind ordinary home routers, without any complicated port forwarding rituals, the network truly belongs to whoever runs it. It's fully open source, there is no corporate kill switch, and it's free forever. By removing these technical and financial barriers, it guarantees that anyone can participate. It's a deliberate architecture designed to prevent a digital underclass. Now, let's talk about the names. The software and the agents are called x0x, which is a palindrome representing a network with no forwards or backwards, no client, and no server, just equal peers. But the network itself is named tic-tac-toe. This actually honors the famous computer from the movie War Games, which played tic-tac-toe against itself until it learned that some games have no winner, and the only rational strategy is cooperation. And that leaves us with a pretty profound final thought. In the world of tomorrow, where we can all collaborate freely, share in a future of abundance, and retain our uncompromised human agency, what will you and your agents build together on a network that nobody owns? Just think about the possibilities when we are dramatically enabled by these capabilities, completely free from the constraints of centralized control.